Welcome, Scorpio. I'm Karen. This is Runic Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, for February, general reading. I had already pulled the cards and I wasn't recording. I got confused with my cat and I didn't ever hit record. And I've already pulled the cards. I didn't get very far. I'm going to use the Runic for the reading and the Somnia. I'll go over what I have here. The current situation that we're going to be talking about is the Chariot, Six of Wands, past influence, Two of Swords, and the present influence. The Emperor is in your negative, Page of Swords positive, Queen of Pentacles and what you don't see, the Magician and what to look for, Four of Wands and unexpected, King of Pentacles and challenge. Then it goes to Eight of Wands and future influence. Outcome is death. Where does this lead? Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. So I pulled a third one or fourth one because Five of Pentacles, I try not to stop on fives. Well, because they're usually just kind of stalled energy, really. Let's get started. Okay, so the bottom of the deck was the Seven of Cups, is the Seven of Cups. So overall, I feel like you have an abundance of choices that probably in the past that were kind of hanging over you, and you were kind of like deciding what to do, where to go, how to do it, kind of like almost like not taking it too seriously. But not taking it seriously either. I just don't feel like it was like because it's at the bottom of the deck and the other cards I have here, I feel like it's kind of like, oh, okay, I do have choices. I do feel like, though, with the Six of Wands and the past influence here, that I do feel like this is an energy of you of course, being recognized. And I do feel like you were recognized for something. And I feel like that's where the choices came from. Once you were recognized, then it led to some more choices in your world. So whether this is recognized at work, recognized on social media, recognized by, a partner, there's something here that pushed you to choices. And it didn't push you to choices, it gave you choices. I feel like with the current situation being the Chariot, is you're like, cool, now I can really move forward and it's really exciting and I feel really good. And there's this really good energy. I mean, the Chariot brings in a really positive energy, a forward moving energy. But I feel like what's happened here with the Two of Swords and the present influence is you may have not made the right choice on where to move forward to. So I feel like with this being in the influence, and this is your energy, this is where you're at. This is an influence energy. This is where you're at. You're moving forward. And there's something here that you're now second guessing what to do. That did I do the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? Because once you hop on that Chariot, it moves pretty fast. So you're not leaving yourself any elbow room. You're going, and then now you're going, this is where I'm headed. Did I do this right? So you're kind of second guessing yourself here with the Two of Swords and the present influence. I'll go ahead and clarify the Chariot and just see if there's anything else we need to know about. Oh, I swear. Okay, do that. Got really backwards there. Tell me more about the Chariot, please, for Scorpio in our current situation, in the current situation. I do really like this Chariot card. It's cute. Tell me more about the Chariot, please. Seven of Pentacles, Judgment, Two of Wands. Okay, again, with another two there. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is at the end of something. You've completed something. You've probably something that you've been working on it for a long time. And I feel like you've reached a conclusion with it, which is now leading you to feeling, okay, Seven of Pentacles, the judgment, feeling like you're ready to begin again, kind of feeling revitalized. And that's the Chariot. And the Chariot is also, okay, so the Two of Wands is the plans we make. When we get the Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning. And then it gets to a point where, okay, well, we'll wait 1 second. I got to plan my route. And the Two of Wands is an action-oriented card because it's the plan. And I feel like you've said, okay, the Chariot, you have reached some kind of or you've been able to see that what you're doing is paying off, which comes from that Six of Wands. It gives you some new revitalized energy and allowed you to go, okay, this is where I want to go and this is where I want to head. That, though, as this is happening and as you have made that decision and as you have started moving forward, the Two of Swords is a reminder, okay, did I make this decision correctly? And that's just, we'll keep going because that's kind of where you would be at right now or really soon. The Emperor is in your negative. You're either trying to control a situation or someone's trying to control your destiny. So in other words, if someone's really not happy also with the choice you made, they may be trying to control this. The negative card isn't necessarily something you can do anything about. The challenge you can, like I have the King of Pentacles in the challenge, but the negative is usually an energy that's from another person, you know. So let's look at this Emperor card, please. Tell me more about the Emperor. Strength. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I almost feel like there's something here that is controlling you. Now that, yeah, you have to be strong, but I feel like the Ten of Pentacles can either be about if you're married, your spouse, if you're younger, maybe, and still your parents are, well, parents are always a huge influence. Maybe it's your parents are trying to control the decision that you're making and they want you to hold on to something that you're not really, Four of Pentacles, not really wanting to. You really want to move forward. And I feel like you will because the positive the positive energy is the Page of Swords, which reminds me that you have done the work. The Page of Swords does the work. Like in this deck specifically, it talks about the page going, okay, I want to learn how to use a sword, right? When they're young. No, I'm not going to start with the little sword and work my way up. This is the sword I want to get good at. This is the one I'm going to start with. So they start with what they want and they work through it though. They have that focus. They're going to win. They do. Because they're going to stay focused on it. And that's what it's saying. You have that focus to get exactly what you want, even if it seems big. Other people may be saying like, no, you need to start with the smallest sword and work your way up to the biggest sword. And you're going, no, right now I just want this. And this is what I'm going for. And and that's good because it's saying you're going to go for what you want and what you believe you can do. Whether it's a mistake or not, that's not what's important. Because even if things don't work out exactly as planned, you are going to learn something along the way and you know what you'll need to do differently next time. If it does work, then it works, right? Like there is no reason why you can't go for the big gun, right? There's no reason why you can't. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in what you don't see. So this position is usually about the environment. Again, someone else around you. If it was a love reading, it would probably be about that person. but I'm wondering what this is. This could be someone that's on your side that you might not realize, the Queen of Pentacles type person. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles, please. Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Swords. Man, someone's pretty disappointed in the decision. I feel like, so I feel like this Queen of Pentacles person in your life, and it doesn't have to be a female, but it's definitely someone that means a lot to you. It could be like a mom, or it could be a boss. They're pretty grounded, they're pretty stable. It's someone you would definitely look up to, especially if you're a younger person. If you're an older person, it would be definitely someone that's important to you and you look up to, but differently. I mean, I feel like with ages, you look up to people a little differently than you do when you're young. But this person is disappointed about a new, maybe it's a new relationship, but it's something new in your life, which I feel like is the Chariot, because they feel like you made the wrong decision. I'm going back to that. That's why they're disappointed, the Five of Cups. They're not thrilled with the decision you made. And again, these are all about choices. So you made a choice, you made a decision, and there's people around you that aren't real happy about it. So I think that's why there's some hard cards in this reading, and there's some really good cards in this reading, because what you're doing is you're going against the grain a little bit here, and people don't like that. Especially if they're worried about you. It's not that they don't it feels to you like they don't think you can do it, right? If they don't want you to do it, it feels that way. But realistically, they're just worried. That's what they do. So that's why I feel like it's like a parent or someone really close to you. An aunt, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a female, but I was just thinking like aunts or uncles or parents. But what you need to look for is the Magician. And I like this because it's asking you to look at yourself and everything that you have in your toolbox, everything that you can do, everything that you're capable of. You have everything you need. And that's what you need to look at. Like, okay, is there anything else I need? And if so, maybe I can grab it along the way, right? Like some other knowledge or, learning something particular. Can I do that on my journey here? But it's asking you to look at that. You have everything you need, and you need to recognize that. Because when you have people saying, I don't think you can do it, and you think you can, but they're giving you enough of that second guess, look at everything that you have and then decide. Don't, again, people worry, especially if you're taking a big leap. They do. I mean, they do. And sometimes when you're going out of the norm, which I feel like a big leap might not be a Scorpio thing. Now, I don't know. I am a Scorpio moon, but now I do have an Aries sun, so I know that I take big leaps all the time and people don't like it. But they've learned to live with it because it always has seemed to work, So I know what that feels like, and it just kind of, I don't know, if that's a normal thing for you. If it's not a normal thing for you, people aren't used to seeing you do this. And so you're kind of going out of the norm, right? But I do feel like that's what that is. You have the Four of Wands in the unexpected, which I really do like, because I feel like that is definitely, this is going to be either someone recognizing that it's okay, it's a celebration. Four of Wands is a celebration. This deck, it shows two people. They're coming together, they're celebrating themselves. I feel like that's what's going to happen here, is that unexpectedly you will get recognition and a pat on the back. This recognition in the past did not come from the people that are worried about you. It's like a job offer or someone saying, you really should do this because you can and you have the skills to do so. And that's what's important here. Okay, tell me more about the Four of Wands, please. Sun, Knight of Wands, Tower. Okay, so yeah, the Sun energy to the Knight of Wands kind of reminds me of the Chariot. The Knight of Wands and the Chariot can have that same kind of energy. I feel like there's going to be something coming in. I don't think this shifts your happiness. I'm going to go back to, I feel like you're going, the tower is you changing the way you feel about you. Like this, you're going to start feeling that the positive, the okay, I can do this, okay, I can, because that's what's shifting. It's not anything negative. It's a positive shift because it's a shift in way you're viewing yourself too. And that's what is really important here, is that you see that you can do it. Whether it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, it's really up to you. And realistically, you're the only person that you could really disappoint, because if you disappoint someone else because you don't make it, that's on them. I mean, as long as it doesn't affect them, why should it matter, really, right? The King of Pentacles is in your challenge. I feel like the King and Queen are the same person. I feel like there is going to be still that someone that's important to you. Again, that's the hardest part, because when people are important to you, you want to do right by them. And when you're going against the grain, it feels wrong, even though it isn't. Because as long as you're doing right by you as well, and you're not hurting them in the sense of you're not stealing from them, you're not taking anything from them, you're not loving them, if they're hurt because you're making a choice that they don't agree with, okay, if you choose to, start doing heroin and they don't agree, that, okay, that's not good. But if, you know what I mean? Like if you're making a good choice, it's just they don't think it is. And they might not think it is because it is hard. That's what I'm getting the overall, because that's the Page of Swords. And I'm going to keep going back to that, because that's the part that's telling me that you can. They're unsure. So you're really not, I don't feel like you're hurting anybody. But that's the challenge, is to balance doing what you feel you should do versus making someone else happy and doing what they want you to do. And can't always do what other people want you to do. I mean, they could have your best interest at heart. I'm not saying there's anything evil here, but you got to do you. The Eight of Wands is in your future influence. So I feel like you are definitely, this is influencing you in the future, and it's forward movement. There is opportunities coming in, or a opportunity coming in. And you're definitely moving towards that. With the Eight of Wands, it could also be about moving too. Let's look more into this Eight of Wands, please. Future influence. Nine of Wands, King of Cups, Nine of Cups. This energy is heading you towards your dreams, what you really love. It's hard, no doubt, Nine of Wands. You may even second guess yourself for a second in the future, but you are definitely headed for what you love. You've got the Knight of, or the King of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, which is your true desires. You're headed for where you really want to be. I really think that. The Death card then is the outcome. And yeah, this is going to change you. Things are transforming. Things are going to start changing. They're going to start changing because you've decided to do what's right by you and not do what's right by anybody else. And I think that's huge here. So tell me more about this Death card. Is there anything else we need to know? Oh, I didn't pull advice. I'll pull a piece of advice. Tell me more about the Death card. Devil, High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands. This is about you feeling stuck and realizing that you had to do what you needed to do. Devil, feeling stuck, making the realization that you need to take care of you. High Priestess, Seven of Wands is the energy of standing up for that. And that's the change. You've grown. You've grown into, yes, I can. I can do this. I have it in me. I have the tools. I have the strength. I have all of the things I need. And I feel like it's really, actually really good. There is some hiccups over here, but I think they're only minor. I really do, especially ending with the Queen of Wands, because that's going to give you back that energy to keep moving forward. I'm going to pull a piece of advice before I forget. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You probably saw it, but so it goes 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So this is like forward energy. And so the way I kind of see it is, yeah, you may feel like you're stuck with that 8 of Swords. But I feel like with the Page of Pentacles following that is you realize you're not stuck. You just need to learn some things. So the Page of Pentacles is a learner. They definitely are focused. They are very patient. And I feel like you go, okay, this is, I need to learn a little bit more so I can, because I think you're not really stuck. You just feel that way. Again, I think all of these, the outside element has made you second guess yourself. And then you go, okay, with the Page of Pentacles here, okay, I got to learn a few more things. I got to focus on something. There's something that you really need to focus on, and you will. Because Page of Pentacles is also a discovery card. And I'll show you all these cards in a second. And then it goes to the 5 of Pentacles. And I think this 5 of Pentacles, I'm really leaning towards, it's like, okay, the typical route has not always given me what I need. The typical route may be even just asking for someone's opinion. That didn't, hasn't worked in the past, and maybe it's not going to work in the future. I feel like the 5 of Pentacles followed after the Page of Pentacles is about you recognizing that you need to take a different path. If you want a different outcome, you need to take a different path. And it doesn't mean that you're changing your complete direction, but you may be going about it differently this time because maybe something you've done in the past hasn't worked. Then the Queen of Wands, which I feel like is that ultimate courageous, confident, because she's confident and she shows it. Like, they're pretty, but it also brings in your motivation and your passion for whatever it is you're doing. So that energy right there with that Queen of Wands is really going to spark you to move forward. It's actually super good energy moving forward. I am going to clarify the Page of Pentacles. I feel like the eight of Swords says what it says. You have to, if you're feeling stuck, you might have to look at things a little differently. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles, please. 3 of Swords, Star, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, again, we're back to that King of Pentacles. So this tells me there was something that's really like you're feeling kind of separated or sad about trying to reach your goals, and it has to do with the King of Pentacles. And I feel like that's what you're kind of looking, and in here, the 8 of Swords is or the Page of Pentacles over here is looking at that 8 of Swords. And I think that's what this is a realization of I'm stuck because someone's holding me back, because I'm worried about disappointing or making someone disappointed, making them sad here. So then the 5 of Pentacles, anything more about the 5 of Pentacles? Now it could be, I feel like it's a new path. I think you say, okay, the old ways haven't worked. I'm going to try something new. That's sometimes how I see it. The 5 of Pentacles can also be about loss, but I don't think it is. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles coming after the Page of Pentacles, please. Five of Cups, 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Yeah, every time you've worked on something, it hasn't worked. You've been disappointed in the past, and the 3 of Cups reminds me that, you've been disappointed. You kind of come back to that same area, and this is about the same way is not working. I'm being held back. I got to try something new. And you are going to feel a little held back here, but you are going to try something different. And let's clarify that Queen of, did I show you the 5 of Pentacles? And then the Queen of Wands comes after that. So what is this Queen of Wands, please? Tell us about the Queen of Wands. Mm-hmm. Tell. Eight of Cups, World, Magician. Eight of Cups. You're going, nope, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. I am going to complete this mission with the world. And I have everything that I need. And now I have the confidence. And this is all about that. Yes, the direction I'm going is correct. Because the world even says that. Because the world is a successful completion of a life area or anything. It could be like college or whatever. You are successful and you have everything it takes. And now that Queen of Wands comes out in you, which gives you a lot of confidence. Also gives you a lot of energy to keep moving forward. It's actually very, very, very good card. So our advice is the Nine of Swords. Don't overthink everything. Because Nine of Swords is all about overthinking. It's about anxiety, stress, nightmares. Those come when we process something over and over and over and over again. Sometimes we have to make that decision and let it go and then head towards that. But I feel like this comes from someone that's important to you and they're kind of holding you back a little bit. They're not doing it to be devious. They're doing it because they care, but it's not helping matters for you to get where you want to be. So there probably just needs to be a conversation at some point, but maybe you have had that conversation. And especially if it's your parents, I know how parents always want the absolute best for you, but sometimes they get nervous for you. So if you have that kind of parent, it can be hard. So there you have your reading, Scorpio. I hope that made sense. Please hit that like button. It really does help. Take care. Have a beautiful day.